Hello, hello everyone. I'm Level 36 and welcome back to Stationeers. Today, after saying I was going to do it last week, we're actually going to build at least our first version of our sorting system. Our first iteration, let's say. So we're going to need some more sorters. I ordered a bunch of stuff over here. It's going to need some more iron to finish out that order. But essentially what we're going to do, let us make a bit of a plan. In fact, we can just use our laptop for this plan. To here. No. So let's just clear this, because I think I have it somewhere else at this point. So. Land. First of all, we need to sort items by type and destination. So, what this kind of means, what I intend with this is we are going to be having this kind of main tunnel of items that can come in. Anything that comes in on this, we need to make decisions about what it is and where it should go. So the first one is going to be belts. So mining belts go to the unpacker. All right. After that, so the mining belts are going to go to the unpackers so they can get unpacked, and whatever comes out of them is basically just going to get sent back into the system. That's going to be a very short little loop where mining belt comes in, unpacks, sends back into the chute network. Because there might be tools, there might be ores. We don't want to necessarily do anything with that. Tools and tool belts go back to the hub. Ices go to Atmos. Atmos. Ices go to the atmospherics so they can be ground up, ice crushed, all that good stuff. Now the tricky one becomes ores. So part of me just wants to smelt all my ores into ingots and then store them in the ingot storage area, but there's a lot of ores that we're going to need to use for, like, you know, our good old wow, I'm drawing a blank right now. Our furnace. So, like, nickel, we will never need outside of the furnace. We don't need raw nickel ingots. Stuff like silver is kind of the same way. Lead is the same way. We don't need those necessarily floating around in our ingot request system. Those are all components that go into alloys. So, trying to think of exactly how I want to route ores. So we're just going to say ore goes to storage. Question mark. So I'm not sure what I want to do with it yet, being honest. So that is, I think, our plan. Oh, and then anything else? So actually, no, not everything else. Reagent goes to centrifuge. And finally, all else goes to buffer, then to Scrap. So anything else gets sent to a item buffer. That way, if we send something down there that we really don't want to get mashed up, it goes into a, like, we can go pull it out of the conveyor belt right before it gets sent in to the recycler to be recycled, sent into the centrifuge, and then reprocessed. So this is kind of the plan right now. Wow, that's super unreadable. So let's take this down. I did a little bit of work down here, just cleaning up a smidge. I also did some mining, so we were starting to run low on a couple things. Actually, I wanted to show you all something else too. So I put lights in. I'm going to put in another light switch, but I think I've thought of a better way of doing the light switch. I'm not sure if I did it that way up here. I think I didn't. I don't think I did it the way I thought of doing it down here. We're going to put our light switch right on this wall here. See, I've already put in the stuff for it, so we're going to have a batch writer there. And then we're going to have a logic writer switch. That way we don't have to build a kit. We just have that. Then for the batch reader, we're going to write to the batch writer. The output bar is going to be oh, I don't even need... Actually, I did. The one upstairs is even better, because this is silly. We don't need a writer. We just... I thought I was being clever. I just need a logic switch. I should have just looked at the way I did it. It's like, oh, I found a better way of doing the thing that is easier to do without the way that I tried to do it. Excellent. Logic switch. One of these. Thank you. Organized my stuff a little bit as well, so that is good. So let's grab what we have so far. So we need our sorter and our stacker. So what we're going to start with is kind of what I was saying of that little loopy loop thing. So I think we'll start off over here. Want our sorter. So we're going to have stuff coming in right here. The way that I'm envisioning this working is we've got our main like return tunnel here. It comes up and goes into here. This is... I wish I remembered which output was which. It's not going to tell me. Yeah, sorter motherboard. To direct items into various chute networks, filtered items always pass out the right-hand side of the sorter while not on. Okay. So in this case, we're going to have our main ingest line. We're going to look for those mining belts. Mining belts get sent to the unloader is what I was working of. Mining belts get sent to the unloader. Everything else gets sent straight on through. Let's also start running a cable for all of this, because... do I want to put this on the other side, just because that'll... No, I do want to do it over here for a reason.
Hunger caution.
We're out of everything. Oh, my man. My dude's unhappy. Bad day all around. But essentially, yeah, all stuff comes in here, a mining belt comes out here, and then everything carries onwards. So let's just run a little bit more. Oh, boy, this is what I was trying to avoid. It's a dust storm! My poor tablet. Anything important down here? Ah! Oh. Pants. I forgot I had dug that out a little bit more. Spray can, not terribly important. I'll pick it up anyway, just because I don't want stuff sitting around. Doesn't look dusty down here, but it certainly is dusty down here. Yeah, if we would have welded up some more frames and built some more doors, this wouldn't be an issue, but for now it is. Oh well. Send you into the recycler. Let's turn you on because I need to start processing that stuff. Grab the rest of my wire coil. I guess this is as good an opportunity as any to get the rest of the equipment I need built. So by the looks of it, because each of these is like a phase of the system. So we have one, we're going to need, or we have one here, we need another 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's figure out what we want to do for a buffer. Oh, 4 more? And 50 more. My light switch. Do this while we're waiting. Or no, we can't, because we have to rip the wall off and I'll unseal this room. Dust storm. Throw it in the elevator for now. Throw in some heats as well. A good idea to stack items in the elevator? Probably not. Will we find that out the hard way? Probably. Let's take care of my guys' needs real quick while we are also waiting for dust storm to finish. This was more busted. Oh, potatoes for 135 days. Ugh. Must really hate baked potatoes at this point. Currently no end in sight either. Oh, potatoes. One day, you'll have a pumpkin pie or something else nice. But for now, continue to subsist off of potato. Potato and potato only. I'm not as worried about water. So, use our shower again. Hopefully improve the mood. Go. We are going to have to vent some pressure from this room at some point. Because we're not using an advanced airlock here, every time we cycle the airlock, a little bit more pressure goes inside. Which is probably not ideal. Oh, my poor solar panels! Every time I don't think they should be breaking because I fixed them after the last storm. Those were some visual glitches. Transitioning a doorway while the dust storm is going on. Looks interesting. What else are we going to need? So, for storage of ingots, or not ingots, for storage of ores, I think I'm just going to use another vending machine for now. Let's just look real quick, because for our advanced alloys, so we need copper, steel, cobalt, silver, nickel, cobalt, gold, steel, nickel, silver, silicon, cobalt, silver, nickel, lead, copper, nickel, gold, silver, iron, lead, iron, nickel, iron, coal, carbon. So realistically, we don't actually need... Oh, no, it's not over yet. Let's actually just go into our pressurized environment, not use our suit air supply while we're waiting on this. So let's make a list here. Silicone is not needed for any alloy. Everything else is. So we could just send silicone straight to the smelter. I think if we try and do that kind of logic, though, right now, it's going to get a little messy. Because realistically, what we should do is build a silo for every type of ore that we want to store, and then we can decide if we want to send it, you know, stack up stacks of 50 of it, and decide if we want to send it to the furnace, or if we want to send it to our auto smelter. And then I guess we could just route around the silicone one and just send it straight to the auto smelter. But we don't need to worry about that right now, because we have our system working. This is what I want to do. Switch. Now, with a switch, we have yet another light switch. Input switch. Output type. Wall light. Oh. No. Yes, wall light on. Hey, we have another light switch done. Needs some more cabling. Luckily I did make more, but we'll have to go grab it and probably make another batch as well. Toss these into the little storage area here. Did I grab them already? I did. Well, let's order another batch just in case. And let's grab our little plan laptop dealio and head on down. Now, so we have the unpacker. Now we need to send tool belts, tools back upstairs. Ices need to go off to the atmospheric center, and then ore needs to go to storage / just on the floor for now. Or into an ATM for now. Reagents go to the centrifuge, all else goes to the buffer / scrap area. So the next up on the list, because I was not paying attention, is tools and tool belts. So we're gonna, let's grab our layers as well so we can start actually plumbing everything in straight. Make sure we turn everything on, because we will not have the chance again. Well, I guess we could probably squeak through there. I do want to make this as compact as possible. So we're going to grab our junction. It's going to go that way. Corner. So now this comes through to there. So I like the aesthetic, and while I just said I want to make it as compact as possible, so let me put a window in just so I can see through the window what is going through the system. And I'm going to lie to myself and say it's for debugging purposes. That turns. So now any mining packs should get opened up, or anything else that has an inventory. Anything that we choose to send to that will be filtered. So this is going to be sorter, unpack upholds. So this is the unloader. This one is going to be sorter tools and belts. So these are the first to leave the system. So we are going to send anything that's going out of the system up. Do I not pick vertical windows? Or do I not have it? Yeah, I don't have chutes in that pile. Windows are expensive. So anything that's like a tool or a belt, anything that doesn't require further sorting or processing gets bloop, sent up, and we will actually be clearing out some of the machines from up there, so that will make that easier. Now everything else is going to continue forward. Oh, I don't want to use a window there. I gotta eat that inefficient. So we'll need another sorter. This one will be responsible for. So we've got tool belts. So this is also going to be like tanks and all that other stuff. Then ices, ores, reagents / everything else. So ices are next. Ores are after that. So this one's pretty simple. Just goes up. Sorter, so that's our ices sorter. And then this one, we have 2 between each one, 1 and 2. That is our ores sorter. So, let's grab our labeler, tools and belts, ice, sorter, ore. Oh, Yasha should probably add an ingots sorter in here too, because we don't necessarily want to send ingots through to the magic macerator. So, tools and belts, ices, ore. This one will be ingots. Add 1 to the next line. Ingot. Now, this question I have is technically we don't need to we don't need to actually separate out reagents. Like, I think if we take a reagent and send it into our magical crusher, just kind of goes through it. Is there a reagent mix that's going to come out of here? No. I don't really want to use that. I have something. Let's just see if it says. Like. The device for collecting raw materials when storing an item produces reagent mix containing packages of reagents. Pass these through a centrifuge to gain back ores. Plants and organic matter pass through will create biomass, which when passed through the centrifuge will produce biomass. I think we can just throw this reagent mix is pure potential. Sorry. Unrefined ores output from the recycler can be fed into a centrifuge separate and recover the individual materials. Silly as this is, probably, because this is like an expensive thing, I'm just going to split off one for experimentation. Yeah, so we can absolutely just send reagent mix through it. Good. Once this processes, we'll shut that down. So we are going to tear this out because it's going downstairs. Oh. Well, it ate one of its own shoots. And you can get turned off. You drill. The wrench. Don't process the wrench. And these are the... Yeah. So it also looks like when we send reagent mix through the recycler, it breaks it down into its component parts, which is interesting. That's actually kind of the desired behavior, I guess. But yeah, no need to further filter. And we got our reagent mix back. How do we want to do the buffer? With the shoots we have. Or do we even care? Is this an oops, we sent it through the machine moment, where if it gets sent through the machine, then, well, it got sent through the machine. Ain't much we can do about it. Perhaps. Perhaps it is. Also, I do want, while we're doing all of this, another ice cream. One, please. So we have current done our ore. Oh, it didn't say ingots. Then all else goes to the centrifuge. But if we do want a buffer of some sort, this is where we have to put this buffer in. But while we're waiting, let's also wire in everything while I'm thinking about how to build a item buffer in Stationeers. Hey. No, we have power right there. Could just be lazy and pull it from the ceiling instead of running all the way around. So it seems like we've been able to stack most of the stuff in this corner. Perhaps. 1 second. Let me also, because we do need to add in the recycler and the centrifuge. Buffer, buffer, buffer. How does one build a buffer? See what shoot options we have. See if there is just a buffer. There we go. Powered shoots. We can make a digital valve, flip-flop spitter, shoot export bin, shoot import bin, and digital flip-flop spitter right. I guess we could do a valve that would do like 2 valves. So if we say we wanted a 5 item stack buffer, the first valve is really just a state checker. So it goes, hey, 1 item's pass through, 2 items pass through, 3 items pass through, 4 items pass through, 5 items pass through, close. When that valve closes, the other valve opens. Once 5 items pass through that valve closes and the other valve opens. And what can we read from it? Its setting we can read and write from. We'd read from the open and write to the setting. We'd write the inverse to the setting, maybe? How'd we... This is one of those things for me to think about a little bit more. We have plenty more to do before we do that anyway. So for now, let's just worry about getting everything wired in. One thing, I wish there was a faster way of laying long wires. And let's in case we do some assembly machines down here at some point. There we go. All that on. You on, and probably load breaker. Yeah, we didn't. Excellent. Now we need to set up our sorters. This would be the long and difficult part of all this. Or probably not actually that difficult. So we need to start off with our unpackables. So the whitelist. Whitelist is the stuff that's getting sent off. Oh boy. We want a way of typing into this.
Pressure critical. Temperature critical. Oxygen critical.
Okay, let's not do that again. Mining belts. Does appear to be alphabetized. Maybe. Answer is no, it's apparently not. It's gonna be painful. Ironing belts. Oh boy. Hopefully the other ones are easier.
Hydration critical.
The mining belts go. I don't know why there's two mining belt Mark II. Another one. Backpack, I think is what I want. For right now, I'm assuming food is never mining it into this. Or, yeah, food is never making it into this. So, let's just grab the hard mining backpack. That's enough for now. Proof of concept at the very least. Tools and belts. Whitelist. Belt. Add to whitelist. Batteries. Add to whitelist. Cartridges. Add to whitelist. Access cards, I guess. Add to whitelist. Oops, we have two nouns. Access cards. Back? I think that's like backpacks. Data discs. Credit cards. Gas canisters. Tools. Okay, a lot of various generic categories, which is nice. Motherboards, or well, motherboards we want to be able to send back. We're actually looking for cartridges, unless we already did cartridges. Programmable chips we want to save. Cheetos, cheese, tools. We can add more to that. Ices. This should be an easy one. It's going to be. Is ore both ore and ice? I think they would split that up. Oh, is it not split out? Hmm. Think about that one for a minute. You're going to be the ingot. I'm going to have to look into this real quick. Also, we should probably drink something. One moment, please. Alright, let me go look at that real quick. Well, bad news. I don't think the default categories are going to work terribly well for me, for at least the ingots and ore. Big ouch there. So that's gonna kind of stink. We will item on another vending machine because I'm gonna have a vending machine for all of my tools and all that stuff. Vending machine. Make me one of those, please. That. So I'm gonna go push a bunch of buttons real quick. This is gonna be slightly painful, but you'll get the less painful version of it because I'm gonna fast forward through it. And I might even fast forward through the last bit where I was doing that as well. One moment, please. Okay. That was a pain. Hopefully less painful to watch in fast forward land speed. But at this point, all of these should be programmed. So now we need to actually send them where they need to go. So tools and belts is going to go upstairs. Let's grab the rest of our these. So tools and belts. This is literally just going to go like up into the floor. We're going to have to do some renovations upstairs to make room for that, but or actually do we want to route it outside? It might be better to route that outside because of the way the vending machine works. But we'll worry about that later. The one I actually care about like right now is the ice one, because this one is going to also go up, but it is going to go then over. And I did print a new ice crusher. But we should have missing electrum. Perfect. And that's locked up. Can we just unlock it by overriding it? Nope. Excellent. This electrum. Let's just see if we can make that real quick. It shouldn't be that hard. Gold and silver. It should have some gold kicking around, and I still have some silver. So let me just do that real quick. Yeah. Gold. over. Because I do want that ATM to be done. I didn't realize I was that out of Electrum. Electrum. In. Activate. Venting hot gas. And there we go. Oh, I love this furnace. It is so nice. Should get sent out, and that should start being made. So we got this other ice crusher, because I wanted to leave this one up here, you know, for, hey, I've got some ice I want to crush. Let's just throw it in there. But I got another one as well, so that I could have a auto magic one here. Where down here? It's a great question. So theoretically, it would make the most sense to just send the gas. Well, no, because that would be 2 lines, whereas if we did it this way, it would just be the liquid put it in here. Turn this into a nightmare realm downstairs. Plumbing everywhere. Where do I put this? Might move this fill station like for a little bit. If we do that, I guess we can just put this literally like right here. Right in the way, in the middle of everything. That sounds... Or we could just put it over here like a somewhat sane and rational person, which would make... There we go. What's going on here? Make a degree more sense, and also make me not want to lose my mind as much. I didn't bring any iron sheets. Beats. I bet it's going to need something else as well. That bridge when we get there. Welding torch. Cable coil. There we go. This one is going to be the... Ah! This one's going to be the automated one. So we need to not keep falling through the floor. But grab some chutes. Also, just for sanity's sake, I'm going to do this real quick because I didn't do it last time. I should have. Those are all coming out. Now it is a actual hole in the floor. At least it's one without obstructions. We don't have a recycler anymore, so we'll just throw that there. And grab some chutes. Chutes and ladders.
longer critical.
This one is our ice chute. We should grab our pipes from right here and just, like, quite literally, bloop. Can't put pipes through that. Just bloop, bloop. Bloop. Up and go over. Yes, we can. And there we go. And then we don't have any extra liquid pipes at the moment, but that's easy enough to remedy here in a second. Let's just continue building our line of chutes for now. This is our ices. This is going to become very expensive in terms of chutes very quickly. Fence. This one is going to come out just to there. You're going to need so many more chutes to make all this work. Oh, jeez. I think that is all of the chutes we currently have. Also, does that overload our... No. It just took a second to load the computer screen. Thought I was losing it. Let's swap our oxygen tank while we're up here, because we're just about out.
Hydration critical.
Grab some food and water. Oh. I remove just clear. Poor potatoes. I needed those. Not yet. Eat an entire baked potato. Now we are less unhappy. Now we need to order an entire another 50 chutes. Probably more than 50 actually, but we'll start with 50. Luckily these are fairly cheap. We're going to put an ATM over here. This is going to be our tools ATM. So what I was wondering about was putting the tools chute outside is because if we put this ATM like this, the entrance thing is in the back, so we'll need to have the chute come up from, like, literally just about outside. Those to get made. Ooh, we have 10 more here. Cool. And 10 more. Yo, we can actually probably queue. Push that again. See what we'll see what we end up with. If it totally breaks itself, then we knew we did it wrong. That should make 100 chutes, which sounds like a lot. It is, but it's also not. This is where it can get a little bit more messy down here, but we still want to keep things relatively tidy because we will have probably quite a few things to route past each other down here. Having too many obstacles will just get annoying quickly. Be enough to start.
Filter low.
And we're fine, we still got another one. See if we can make this with just the 10. Heck yeah, so now ice goes in, it comes through, goes up, goes down, goes over to our ice crusher, and we need to wire that in. Closest wire is over there. Hopefully this isn't too much for this circuit. We can do actually grab floors. We have floors, but built a lot of floors. Also, probably because this has decent amount of iron. Pick you on real quick and make a liquid pipe. Please. Gonna totally screw up my stacker, but oh well. Wait, yeah. Yeah, there we go. Triggered it. This will make navigating this area substantially easier. Also, that valve is now inaccessible, but that is okay. These. And I don't want anyone to think I did, but it almost looks like I planned this. Alright, so now, theoretically, any ices sent through the system will end up in this ice crusher, get crushed, and processed. That seems like a pretty good improvement. Besides that, think the one that I want to do next is the tool forger, because I want to be able to throw a belt into this and have it spit out into the vending machine. So we're going to send that over, and then it's going to go up the outside. Ugh. Finish the vending machine too. That one in though. Yeah, we're using a lot more power than I thought we were. What the heck? What's so power hungry right now? And I know our solar panels are a bit busted, but I think they're that busted. I'll fix them between episodes. We're almost at the end of this episode. I just want to test this system and see if it works. Does it work? Be okay. Okay. So let us see. This should now, in theory, work. So if I go upstairs... maybe we can make our farm of ingot or ore storage out there. I had a mining belt. Let's just put some of this random guff away that I don't need currently. Oh, this was the right one. Cool. If I go down here now, see if things come out where they're supposed to. Lap that in there. Starts unpacking things, sending ices out. So concerning amount of evaporation. Does stuff evaporate in tubes? I think so. Oh, looks like we are gaining pressure in our system. We're processing oxygen. We're processing nitrogen. Rising in pressure. Nice. So it seems to be doing the thing. There's barely any water in that pipe. There's a whole bunch of water in that pipe. It's attached to that. Cool. So it works, and let's just make sure it worked. Good. Theoretically, our mining belt should end up here. But our thing's not done. What do I need to fix you? Plastic sheets. And the screwdriver. And a mining belt. We can't bend anything because it's not turned on currently. I don't know where the power port is. In the back. I think it's in the back. We might have to mess with it. I might have to rebuild this. See where it's see where it's supposed to be. I don't see the. Yeah, I might have to tear that wall out real quick and do that, but I can do that between episodes along with fixing the solar panels. Hopefully our base's power drain just hasn't gotten to the point where we're, like, using more power. Well, we're currently using more power than we're producing. I need a solar upgrade as well, but these are also all damaged, so they're producing, you know, half of what they're supposed to be. But yeah, cool. So our sorting system is started, which is great because it's going to make mining trips a lot easier. Just the ability to have it filter feed ices automatically is pretty great. Lots of oxide, I guess, which we need. It's I think there's some volatiles as well. Oh, nice. Very little amount of volatiles, but some. Yeah. I would count that as a success. Cool. Sorting system has been started. We have our little tool thing here, so now we can do that. And then, so I think next time we're going to keep working on this a little bit. See if we can't get some of. It's still locked. Oh, because it's still trying to request. Whoops. He sent all of our iron into this. Again, important to make sure all of these are off. But some silos. What does this require? Gold, copper, and steel. Not a ton either. It's going to need a lot of steel sheets, plastic sheets, and other stuff, but that's pretty easy. But yeah, I think we might make some silos and make some ore storage, which is just going to require even more sorting machines. Yay. But that's for next time. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. I really gotta fix that. If you have, be sure to leave a like and a subscribe. It really does help me out. The channel's growing fast, and I'm really excited to keep making content for you guys. It seems like y'all are enjoying it. So, if you have any questions for me, suggestions, either leave them in the comments or hop in our Discord server in the doobly-doo, and that'll take you over there. There's a suggestion box for any future series you might want to see, or anything I should do on this, anything you'd like to see me build a tutorial of, all of that good stuff. So, thank you. I hope you've enjoyed, and have a wonderful rest of your day.